All right, guys. I'm going to work a few of these problems from the bell ringers on week 14 for you. That way you'll have some of those. I'm going to work the ones I think you might miss the most. Number 1 on day 1, since you're doing 2 days today. Make sure you write this one correctly. A lot of kids have gotten this backwards or out of order. We are dividing 4 2/10 into 12 groups. Just like I have it. Move the decimal straight up. Now just divide your 12 into your 42, which goes 3 times. 36, you got 6 left over, add a 0, drop that down. 12 goes into 65 times, and you're done. Problem 2 is an order of operations problem. We're looking for parentheses or exponents, and we have both, so work your way from left to right. We have the parentheses first, so 30 times 12 gives us 360. We're going to divide 360 by 6 squared, which is 6 times 6, which is 36, and we find that our answer is going to be 10. Number 3, I am not going to fully work out for you, but I am going to help you get to where you can do it on your own. It's an addition of fractions problems, and you know when we add or subtract fractions, we have to have the same denominator. So find your greatest common factor of 5 and 2, which is 10. And then you're going to say, what number do I multiply times 5 to get the 10 at the bottom? Well, that's 2, so I'm going to multiply my numerator, the 4, times the same 2, and get 8. What do I multiply times my denominator of 2 to get the 10 at the bottom? That's 5, so I'm going to multiply my numerator times 5 as well to get 5/10. Add straight across, get 13/10. And you're looking at that going, that's improper. We can't leave it that way. That's a correct answer. Divide the 10 into the 13. Goes 1 time. It's 10. You'll have 3 left over. So when we complete our problem, we have our answer of 1 3/10, the mixed number. Number 4, I am not going to work out completely, but I do want you to know you will have 3 decimal places in your answer. And then number 5, I will work out with you. Again, this says we're going to divide 2 8800ths into 1 2/10 groups. Problem with this problem is I have a decimal in my divisor, and we can't have that. I need to multiply my divisor by 10 and my dividend by 10. That will move the decimal 1 place to give me 12 divided into 28.8. Now we can divide. Take your decimal straight up. See that 12 goes into 28 2 times. That's a 24. 8 minus 4 is 4. Bring your 8 down. Divide again. 12 goes into 48 4 times. And we have our answer of 2 4/10. Let's go to day 2. All of these are about the same. Day 2, we're dividing 5 4/10 by 5 or into 5 groups. Take your decimal straight up. 5 goes into 5 1 time. 1 times 5 is 5. Drop this 0 down. I cannot divide 5 into that double 0, so put a 0 at the top. Drop the 4 down. Oops, not 0. 4. Cannot divide the 5 into that 4. Put another 0 at the top in your answer. Add a 0 onto the end. Drop it down. Now I can divide 5 into that 40, and it would be 8. So we see that our answer is 1 8,000ths. Number 2, subtracting decimals problems with different denominators. We got to have the same denominator, so we're going to have to rename them. Find their greatest common factor. Their greatest common factor is 15. Sorry, I said that wrong. Find their least common multiple. That is 15. Then what do I multiply times 15 to get the 15 at the bottom? That's 1. So I'm going to multiply my numerator of 8 times 1 to get 8. I multiply 5 times 3 to get the 15 at the bottom, so I'm going to multiply the 1 times the same 5 to get 5 on the top. When I subtract, I get 3/15. That needs to be simplified by the greatest common factor, which is 3 over 3. Divide 3 by 3, I get 1. Divide 15 by 3, I get 5. My simplified answer is 1/5. Find the area of a parallelogram with a base of 4.5 and a height of 3.2. Remember, area equals base times height. You work it out. Your answer will be in inches squared. Number 4, definitely a different type of problem you've not seen yet. We have evaluated, which means to solve. We're going to have to substitute as well the values of the two variables, the m and the n, into our problem. So we're going to go ahead and substitute real quick. 3.4 times the m, which is a 7, minus 1 4/10 times the n, which is a 2, that's going to be squared. So just off to the side of your paper, go somewhere and multiply 3.4 times 7. You will get 23.8 minus, now 2 squared is 4, and I have to multiply that times 1.4. And I get 5.6. So 23.8 minus 5.6. I'm lining up my decimals when I subtract. I find out is 18 2/10. And then our last problem. 2 8/10 divided into 7/100 groups. I'm going to have to multiply my divisor by 100 to move that decimal twice to give me 7. And if I multiply that by 100, can move that by 100, I wind up with 7 dividing into 280, which gives me 40.